Hey everybody, welcome back to the QuaranTEEN Lounge, and Leanne and I are here to have some more conversation with you about how do we manage what's going on in our environment with our teens. Hey Leanne.
Hey Linda. Hi everyone.
So one of the biggest challenges at the moment, and now that we are all in quarantine, I think everyone's or most people are in lockdown, and a lot of schools have closed, is that we're all in the same house together at the same time. And that brings its own challenges. You know, that can be challenging on the weekend alone, or in school holidays, but here we are 24/7 in the house together. And that, yeah, it's a tough gig for both parents and also for our teens. None of us are necessarily used to it. So Leanne and I were talking about some of the things that we could do to support our teens in that space, but also to have, you know, a nice kind of smooth approach to it. So Leanne, do you want to share on some of those things that we've talked about?
Absolutely, thank you. So the first thing that from a parent point of view is have a look at structure and boundaries in your home, because you know, Linda, you were saying that you know we're often together on weekends and during the holidays, but the difference I think now with what's happening is that we're actually at home under the same roof trying all to work. So whether it's parents working or, you know, our teens doing school, we're actually working and also being together. So I think that creates a totally, you know, new situation for most, if not all of us. So structure and boundaries, we know that kids and teens definitely benefit from having some structure and boundaries. And I've written a few notes here, so I'm going to look down a few times if that's okay. So one of the things that we've been doing in our family that's been working really well over the last 2 weeks since we were in quarantine is setting a schedule. So you set a schedule in the morning and we all sit around the table. And again, this depends on the age of your children and age appropriate conversation. But I've got a uni, you know, adolescent at home and my teen daughter. So we sit down and work out a schedule for, you know, when are we going to have morning tea together? How much work are we going to do before? When's the lunch break going to be? And when's the afternoon tea going to be? So again, the daily schedule gives us a good structure. What it tells our brain also is that we've got some control. There's some predictability here. And so what it does is it settles down everyone to, it definitely helps calm our stress response, which for most of us is switched on quite a bit these days. The other thing that also helps with teenagers is offer them choice. So when you have the breaks during the day, offer them a choice as to what they want to do in their break. Instead of going, this is what we're going to do and this is what we're not going to do, go, what do you want to do? Because they need to also have a bit of time out and self-care. Some, you know, your teen might want to listen to music or go and kick a ball outside if they can, or have a walk around the block, whatever that may be. And I wanted to share something with you that my son, my hubby, and my daughter are currently doing in their break, and they're absolutely loving it, is they playing this card game. You can see me in the mirror at the back there taking a photo, but they play this card game which takes literally 5 minutes, and it's quite interactive and competitive, and we often hear some awesome laughs with it. So that's how they kind of do their...
I love that. Yeah, that's a fantastic idea. And what a nice experience to create for the two of them together.
I know. And so today I sat in front of them, and as they were playing and laughing and, oh, you're so competitive, and it gets the energy going, it was quite fun to watch them. And you know, the amazing thing is that, Linda, we would never have done this before. So, you know, if there's truly an upside for me as a family, is we definitely connecting in ways that we would never have done without the environment we find ourselves in. So it's looking for those gold nuggets of opportunity of connecting. The other thing is, you know,
yeah,
particularly for parents who are both working from home or single parents, it's often that struggle of, you know, I've got to work, I don't have time to connect. And so another thing that parents can think about is there someone else in your family that's got more flexibility? So such as a grandparent or an auntie or an uncle that can maybe zoom in and have a chat with your teen. You know, connect with them during their break or for an allocated part in the schedule. You know, you're going to have 15 minutes on Zoom call with Gran. And, you know, that also, you know, kills two birds with one stone in a way, because it creates connection for not only the grandparents that, you know, certainly in Australia have to be isolated now, but also for that interaction and that family bonding. So, and again, video chat is so possible, whether it's Zoom or on, you know, on FaceTime or whatever, it's so doable. So those are just some of the things that are, you know, that we thought would be really useful to share with parents.
Yeah, I love that. And some really great tips there. And I was thinking about, you know, that the communication, and I was noticing, I was getting a little message up to say internet connection is unstable. So hopefully we can get lots of stable internet connection so we can have those conversations between grandparents and teens. And I like what you're saying too around structure and boundaries, and made me kind of think about, you know, even setting up that schedule in the morning, having the conversation with, you know, if we've got a partner, who spends time with our teens and when we do that, because we want to be able to communicate and connect with them rather than just everyone go to their own separate spaces through the day. So I guess there's a good opportunity for that too. The other thing that I really loved that you said was around choices. So choices of snacks, and it made me think my daughter would be saying, how many different choices of chocolate can I have?
I was talking to a client this morning who actually said, I'm eating far more chocolate than I normally would. So again, it's that offering healthy snacks, and, you know, every now and again, let's have those chocolates, because, you know, aren't they awesome?
Yeah. Oh, and can I just say that healthy snacks, it's always better when somebody else makes it for us. So I love it when somebody cuts up a piece of fruit. It's like, yes, so much nicer.
Yeah. So for parents today. Oh wow, internet's a little.
We're just cutting in and out a tiny bit. We've got a bit of a delay. So just in terms of your takeaways, Leanne?
So takeaways are create some structure and boundaries. So set a schedule together, let everyone input and feel like they're owning the journey together. Offer choices as to what the schedule looks like, and, you know, the morning teas and what they can do to self-care and have a break, and try and pull in some you know, flexible family members that can, you know, have conversations with your teens while you're busy working. And then finally, the great point that you raised, Linda, is if you're both working from home, set a schedule with the two of you as to who's going to take some time out with the kids while you're busy working, and, you know, just so that they get some good connection. What we know is that we DNA wired for connection as humans, and if we feel connected, we don't feel lonely, and we definitely feel less stressed. So it's a win-win all round.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. No, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. And for families that don't focus a lot on structure, great, awesome tips. And that's what I love about having these conversations with you, because you help me bring structure into my life, and that is super, super cool. So thank you for that. Thank you, everybody. I trust that you got some great ideas from that, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next QuaranTEEN Lounge.
All right. See you next time. Bye.